Hello. My name is David, and today I'm going to talk about what makes silicone so effective in plastic surgery. To start off, we're going to talk about the background on silicone. So the main source of silicone are natural origin silica stone, which is also called SiO2, water, and methanol. From the materials from chemical reactions, silicone is synthesized. The first silicone implant to have been reported was filled in 1964, but it had a slight rupture rate of 50% at 20 years of having it. Knowing that it was first filled in 1964, you could probably already guess that it was made in the 60s and in Houston. Silicone is also an inorganic synthetic polymer, which means that it doesn't include any carbon atoms. Moving on to the different silicone products, they're silane monomers that are hydrolyzed and polymerized to create silicones. And if you want further detail, you could just look at the picture right here that can tell you silicones um, are related to secondary fluid products and silicone fluids, which will go on to more. And but why do we talk about sorry about that. But now why do we use silicones? Well, this is the five lists I'm going to tell you about, which is biocompatibility, temperature resistance, chemical resistance, mechanical properties, and electrical properties. The first one I'm going to talk about is biocompatibility. In extensive testing, silicone rubbers have exhibited superior compatibility with human tissue and body fluids and an extremely low tissue response when implanted. Compared with other elastomers, odorless and tasteless, silicones do not support bacteria growth and will not stain or corrode other materials. They are often formulated to comply with FDA, ISO, and tripartite biocompatibility guidelines for medical products. Next would be temperature resistance. Silicones can withstand a wider range of temperature extremes than nearly all other elastomers, remaining stable through temperature variations from -75 degrees to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. They can be sterilized via ETO gas, gamma, or E-beam irradiation, steam, autoclaving, and other various methods. Okay, for the next one, chemical resistance. Silicones resist water and many chemicals, including some acids, oxidizing chemicals, ammonia, and alcohol. Concentrated acids, alkalines, and solvents shouldn't be used with silicones. For mechanical properties, silicone rubbers have high tier to 250 ppi pixel inch and tensile to 1500 psi pounds per square inch. Strength, good flexibility, low compression set, and a durometer range of 5 to 30 short A. The softer forms of silicone have the ability to regain their softness indefinitely, with the softest durometers available in the form of reinforced gels. Finally, electrical properties. Silicones exceed all comparable materials in their insulating properties as well as their versatility for electrical applications. They are non-conductive and can maintain strength in temperature extremes far higher or lower than those in which conventional insulating materials are able to perform. For the next part of the presentation, we're going to look at this video that talks about the differences over the years about silicone. And I personally think you will enjoy this video. And we're going to start at 119 and end at 427. So let me just start at 119 for you guys. All right, and that's it for that video. And if you really want to continue on with this video, there is a link towards it to this slide presentation without the audio that can continue on with this. So from that, it would lead over to the next point on silicone's comeback to today's society. So in today's society, we have silicone 2.0, from which the previous silicone, this one is far better. As you could see from the video, well, from what you saw from the video, from the other slide, the silicone 2.0 is also called gummy bears. Since the previous video, you saw that they were cutting through the silicone. It wasn't a liquid, but a sticky solid. Silicone comes in all shapes and sizes, which is good for a lot of people, considering how everyone has a difference in preference when it comes to finding silicone that suits their body and comfortability. They even have the teardrop shape as well. From the picture to your right, you can see the FDA-approved silicone implants that a doctor would recommend someone if they were going to get an implant. These are also the benefits from them, where you would feel natural, how they are also less likely to fold and ripple, and that they're also less likely to be visible since it is under the surface of the skin. Um, this would also lead into the question, is silicone even safe? In some studies, there have been talks about BII, which is breast implant illness. Dr. Yoon, from a video labeled, "Are breast implants safe? Is breast implant illness real?" had a good explanation on this matter. So I took a few words from what he said. He labeled all the parts from BII and even said that some doctors believe that BII doesn't even exist, and carried on to mention that silicone implants were banned in 1996, but made a comeback in 2007, hence silicone 2.0. And even if someone wanted breast implants with silicone, they didn't need to worry as much with ALCL, aka anaplastic large cell lymphoma, which is a type of cancer they could get with these implants. If you look to the right, you can see the cancer cells at a cellular level from ALCL. So on to the next part, which is the connection to chemistry. So for the connection of chemistry with silicone, it is referred to as a large family of organic silicone polymer products with a main chain of alternating silicone and oxygen atoms. From the left, you can see a Lewis structure of it. It is made from the reaction of dimethyl dichlorosiline, also known as Me2SiCl2. Sorry if I butchered the name, by the way. Um, Also, silicone has low surface, which causes it to spread on higher surface. For the connection for this project with chemistry in our class, it would be Lewis structures, naming compounds, chemical equations, heat capacity, and temperature scales. So in the conclusion, you learn that there are different types of, there's the background, the types, why we use silicone, and the chemistry connection to it. I've also inserted a quiz and Kahoot you guys could use as well. For the quiz, if you click on this link, it's gonna take you to a Google Forms that you could work on it to see what you learned if you want to test your mind, or the same thing with Kahoot if you guys would like to use that as well. I recommend doing the Kahoot. It's more fun in my opinion, but that's just that. Thank you for listening.